Hello, SEAL community. I am the Dragon Rider. Joining me today is Scattercat here. We're here for a special program, the Demacian Finals. Scatter and I both play as our top laners in for respectively for both of our teams here. So it's going to be a super exciting match to watch as we get to kind of have a little fun while casting this match here. Scatter, how are you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. I mean, I already know the outcome, and you already know the outcome. So I just want to have some fun here, and uh, not necessarily trash talk each other, but just have some fun with everything that we're about to see here, right?
Exactly. Mystic in the chat
Yeah.
here. Impartial casting at its finest.
Hey! If you have two casters for two sides, and one of them is biased for one side, the other one is biased for the other side, that's unbiased. They balance each other out. They cancel each other out. That's perfectly biased.
Exactly. There's no issues, no issues. With that being said, though, let's look at our draft, and I think it would be fun just to kind
Yeah.
of like nitpick at our each other's brains and see like what's the composition both teams are going for. I know I do a lot of like the kind of like I give my team a little bit more free range of what we want to do, but we have some sort of like we have like an idea that we kind of bring to the table.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, here for the Chicken Riders, the idea was okay, we just blow up their turrets and they can't stop us. So, we bring in York, we bring in Ziggs, and we bring in Tristana. And then we saw Quacks, like, he plays Trundle and he plays Sejuani. So, we're like, no. We take Sejuani now.
Yeah. So for us personally, our big draft strategy was, hey, Dragon Riders, their best player, ban some top laners. Um,
I usually get like 4 bans on me.
so that's why Volibear and Urgot are both banned, and then Nocturne was banned because we saw that you and the jungler both play Nocturne and Volibear. So it's like, hey, those are two flex picks, take them out of there. Um, and then we've played a lot of games with me on Shen because it's his ultimate is just a good way to save people's lives if they're in danger in a team fight or like if they're getting caught out somewhere. So we wanted to put me on Shen the entire time, just hoping that it wasn't going to get banned. Pike is our support's best pick, so we picked that. Basically, this first game was a lot of testing the waters with some of these picks and just being like, let's see how well this goes. And then we did not know that the Ziggs Tristana combo was going to happen. And as soon as you guys locked that in, we're like, oh crap, they're going to be just split pushing towers the entire game, aren't they? Oh no.
Oh, you betcha. I think the Shen was actually a really good counter matchup to the York as well. I was like, this is going to be an issue because there's no way I'm leaving my lane and this Shen's just going to globally ult for his team and then I'm just like not going to be there at all. I was like, this could go from bad to worse, and as soon as he hits 6, I was like, please, like I was just like, I got to get as many turrets as possible. With that being said,
Well,
though, yeah, let's jump into game and see how it plays out.
let's show everybody how this matchup ended up going.
Yeah.
Um, I'm having a little issues here loading up. Apparently, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
Alt tab decided not to necessarily work well for me there. All right, I am now loaded in. I'm ready to go whenever you're ready.
Okay, on 3, 1,
Okay.
2, 3. Nice. So I don't think we really have any particular cast like style that we're gonna do like play by play in color. So let's just kind of complement each other and see what's. It feels like this is just gonna be like a fun podcast to me.
Yeah, that's kind of the feel that we're going for here.
Yeah.
So we typically, and this season's over, so I may as well just reveal this right now. Us, Imagination, we love invading, but we really wanted to play it safe against you guys because it's the finals. This is for all the marbles, and if we have a bad invade here, like that basically ruins the entire game at that point. So
It's funny that you say that because we are probably the best team to evade against because we are awful at 5 pointing. Look at this. Look at what
Yeah.
we're doing.
yeah, I'm noticing that right now. We got Leona and Tristana already at the red buff there. So we could have gone through that bottom tri-bush just fine and like got over there. Man,
Yeah.
I wish we would have known that, but oh well, too late now.
You know, it was funny, right? Because there was when we were facing against Storm Riders, I was in that same position where I'm standing right now, and I was like, I swear, because they went around and came up through the blue buff and saw me, and I had to like sprint away. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I was like, if they do that to me this game, I swear I'm gonna yell like a little girl.
All right.
Yeah.
Finally got the minions here. We're finally getting some CS on everybody here. So yeah, I'll be brutally honest, at least in the top lane here, I have barely ever had any lanes against Yorick, so I was like, I don't really know what to expect here at all. So
I've been playing a lot of Yorick lately. I'm sure you saw my match history where it's just like all Yorick. I was just like, I really like the new item Hullbreaker, and that was the idea. I was like, I just got to get to level like my 2-item power spike, and then I was like, I will become a godlike being.
Yeah.
I was like, I could die 20 times, but it won't matter because I have so many great stats. Just because Hullbreaker feels like just a absolutely busted item. He's just my flavor pick of the month, you know?
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I mean, those of you who are watching the stream who might not know me, I have a 3-month-old baby at home, so it was very hard to squeeze in any practice games on like any patch whenever a new patch hit. So I didn't want to rely on Hullbreaker for any of my picks here.
That's fair.
Not having any experience with it, you know.
I think I've been playing a lot of Eternal's Return, and then I was just like, oh yeah, there's League of Legends. I should practice this.
Yeah. I was able to squeeze in a few games of practice before this finals match, but I wish I could have played more.
It was Wukong missing the smite fight against the Sejuani was unfortunate here, and now we're slowly all rotating in, and I get caught out here. I was lucky just to survive. I got a flash out, and I was like, okay, we're good. Everything's fine. We got the blue buff.
Yeah, I thought we actually killed you. That's why I kind of moved around a little bit. I was like, wait, what? He's not dead? What?
Sneaky Yorick.
So, you know, almost had a first blood, and that could have been either the Wukong or you. Could have been the first blood, but now we somehow have 2 skirmishes end with no deaths. Somehow, it's a miracle.
I know. We were definitely, like, my mentality, especially in this game, was just mainly going, I gotta play it safe. This is the finals. I was nervous, right? I was like, I don't wanna be the guy that dies first.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be the guy that dies first in the finals match.
We got a little bit of a skirmish bot side. The Pyke, actually, the Apache on Pyke is really, like, just really annoying. He just keeps fighting. He has the hooks, and his ability just to go in like that is a pain. I try to chip you down a lot here, and I think it helped because if you had any more HP, I think you definitely could have gotten a taunt off onto like Sejuani or something.
Yeah. The teleport was just an emergency, like, I can't wait to make that go off. I have to teleport right now. He doesn't have CC that can stop me, so I just have to do it.
Yeah.
And again, no deaths somehow, miraculously.
We're fighting a lot, but nothing's happening.
Yeah.
This is true, like LCK matchup right now. Literally,
it's a lot of all bark and no bite.
Yeah. Engage onto the Leona. I think this is first blood. No,
much
nothing.
CC,
nothing
though.
happened. Yeah, I got a little bit of a CS lead while you went away there. I was struggling in the first half, and so the TP helped me a lot. I was like, yes, York free time.
Yeah, and then, I mean, like, the one major advantage that you guys have, Chicken Riders have right here is that CS difference in the bot lane there. Tristana going on 20 CS ahead of Vayne, which is really good. I mean, Tristana scales so well into the late game. So does Vayne, but, I mean, if she gets a lead here, that's so good for her in the mid-game team fights.
Yeah, Leona's really good against Pyke because Pyke can't really have that full engage, and So I think that's just like Vayne just is unable to kind of step up without being like full Leona comboed.
Yeah, I remember in our comms we realized that pretty early on, where it's just like, oh man, like it's so hard for a bot lane to get anything going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we got just waiting for Dragon, trying to think what happened there. I'm trying to remember our games, just like what went on in this match. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, I have some memories, some of which are more like Vietnam War flashbacks, PTSD. But you know, I mean, other memories are pretty good memories of this matchup. So so yeah, I mean, things are, other than like the few skirmishes that we've had, both teams are really doing a good job of just like, yeah, we're just gonna get CS and we're just gonna, you know, try to wait for a big team fight, and we're doing our best to keep this measured and deliberate with our decision making.
Yeah, I at this point I was thinking to my team, I was like, we scale really well and we can get turrets pretty fast. If at any point they leave their lanes and we just keep up with the CS, we're gonna scale pretty well.
Yeah. Hello, Yorick. Hello, Maiden.
Yes, the maiden, handy maiden. I think I kept this maiden alive for a quite significant amount of time.
Yeah, you did a really good job of keeping the maiden alive, and it became really annoying after a while.
The hardest thing is trying to, like, she's like a little pet, you know? It's like, if my minions are attacking you underneath tower, like, when I do this, I'm like, Maiden, stop, no, Maiden, get away from the tower, Maiden, no.
Bad dog, down.
Bad.
So, you know, I mean, you guys have a 1,000 gold lead right now as of this moment in the game, even though we have... even though my team scored the first dragon of the game, you guys still have a nice lead for yourselves here. And I would say that's primarily from CS differentials, especially the bot lane CS differential is probably basically where that comes from.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know Shen couldn't taunt Maiden. That's actually a good thing to know. I didn't realize that until now.
Yeah, you know, I didn't know either until I tried it. So I learned too in this matchup. Like, oh, I guess that doesn't work. Okay. All right. Whatever.
Yeah. It would be. I think it'd be better if Shen. It'd make Shen match up so much better into Yorick.
Yeah, I mean, Shen is already according to a counter matchup. Shen is already supposed to be a counter to Yorick. So.
Yeah, I think it'd be really unplayable for Yorick if you did have the taunt on Maiden. But the main thing I was really worried about is like I really don't like him hitting 6. He's gonna ruin team fights. I was like, I can't keep him here. I was like, the whole point of Yorick is keeping the top laner top lane. I was like, this is Shen. How do I stop this? I was like, usually I can bring about 2 people, especially after my second item or first item. I was like, I can typically have 2 people on me at all points. Because throughout the whole playoff run, I've been kind of just been choked down. The jungler's been on my case. Like, even against like the CR matchup, I was like, they were just playing champions where I couldn't get any leads, couldn't get any advantages. So I was like, I gotta play like weak side. I gotta play like a champion that's just really good at like 2v1s. And I was like, I need to practice Yorick.
Yeah, I mean, because this first game, our initial goal going into it, I mean, you know, no reason not to reveal this, was you know, the initial plan was having our jungler focus top side for ganks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we realized after a while, after a couple of ganks, that like, oh, we actually can't do that. Like, because Nike on Vayne is like, we really need to get Nike ahead.
Oh, there's the first blood. It happened at 10 minutes. I remember.
Yeah, it finally happened.
The 3 people topside. I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
I
so we finally pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Finally decided to do it. You know.
If it wasn't for Lux, I think I might have been able to escape there. But we get the engage bot side. I think Tristan's going to be able to get the kill with one more auto attack, and she does. Yeah. Does she get the second one? Oh, the TP from the ulti from the Shen. Oh, this is tragic. Oh,
still dies, but you know.
Yeah.
We tried. We tried to make it work out, you know.
Oh, Tristana's in an awkward spot. Oh, this is unfortunate.
Yeah. So we're able to like get more kills than you guys, but because Ziggs gets first tower, you guys still end up with the gold lead at the end of this, which is by 2,000 now.
Yeah, I think
So
when Lux went top lane and then she went bot lane, she just wasn't able to rotate back to Ziggs fast enough, and Ziggs is just so fast at taking turrets.
yeah, so you can see the CS difference in mid lane as well, and even though the gold is like that would lead you to believe that, well, Lux may be down CS, but she's got 2 kills and 1 assist, right? So like gold should be pretty even. No, she's still 800 gold behind right now.
Yeah, she I was like, I think she was like a monster in this match, I believe, if I recall. Like, she just had so many kills as she was like, guys, like, how do we... Jeez, I really hope this doesn't affect us into the later stages of this game. Oh, yeah,
then Ziggs comes up top because you want to take the tower out. Yeah,
this is unfortunate. I was waiting for him to use the bomb here. I think we get a kill on you, actually. Yeah, so I got my E off there. No, I don't think we even take the tower. I know Sejuani had a... this was a miscommunication by us because we had the Shelly. I was like, oh yeah, we can just use Shelly to kill tower, and then tower was still up, and then it kills Sejuani. We're like, oh wait, we didn't use the Shelly, guys.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I'm able to get out of this. Yeah, the slows.
And at this point, I'm screaming to Lux to back off, stop trying to fight, stop it. You're gonna die. Back off.
I think in my head, I was like, I really hope she keeps coming at us. I was like, I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah. Big fight down in bot lane. The Tristana bomb just does so much damage. It's so difficult to deal with.
Aram's are really doing good work with this Tristana pick. I just kind of let him do as he pleases, and he usually just performs well. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know why I TP'd down here, but I'm here.
Yeah, you just wanted to help, wanted to be a part of it, wanted to be involved.
I think I was like, I heard that they were fighting. I was like, well, I'm here now, and there's a dragon over here, so I want the dragon.
Yeah, so dropping Shelly to get tower while at the same time getting, threatening dragon, and you can totally get dragon, perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's a really good play right there.
Yeah,
Ziggs also gets tower up in top lane. So at this point, you guys are snowballing completely out of control. You're 6,000 gold ahead. And I'll be brutally honest, from our perspective in our comms, we were like, what the hell do we do, guys? Like, this isn't... This is rolling completely out of control now. Like, we don't really have a say in the game at this point unless we really change something up and we really make some good plays.
Yeah, that's the whole point of like the team comp that I have going on here. I'm like, this is just a suppression tower taking team comp. And that's like, we're just performing it the exact way that we wanted it to. So it's just, yeah, get the macro plays, get those turrets down, and then just keep at it, and then reset, and then push turrets again as soon as we all go back. And my team performed that pretty well, which was really like nice because we never really practice this, and like we hardly ever practice as a team. So it was nice to see how, like, oh yeah, it works well on paper. Let's see if we can actually do it in person.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know what? Let's do a little bit of like teaching. Let's do some league teaching at the moment here. Chat. If you were on the losing side of this, where you are going up against this Ziggs and this Tristana and like the massive snowballing and split pushing that they can do on the towers, how do you turn that around? How do you come back for that? Let's have a little discussion and a learning moment here for everybody. How do you come back from that? How do you turn this around and make the game into a win when you're in this situation?
Ooh. Camera.
Because without doing the obvious solution of like, oh, just go to next game and pick a different team comp. Because that's the obvious solution there to that question. Because my team, we kept trying to come up with different ways to handle it. We were able to, you'll see in a little bit here, like we're able to do some things, but like we didn't really have a solution at the end of the game.
I know with every York like game that I've ever lost, it's typically due to just the suppression of bot lane. And so if I in chat here it says invest into Vayne, the only win con, which is like fine too. Like Lux is so far ahead that she could probably 100 to 0 Tristana. So getting that shutdown gold onto her. So maybe investing more time bot side is one way to do it, especially because like York isn't really good at helping his team at all. So if you can, with the massive lead that you have mid lane damage wise, you might be able to pick something off there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, investing into Vayne is just one step of it. What I'm trying to say is, like, do you match the split pushers? Do you go 1-3-1 just like they're doing, or 1-1-3 or whatever they're doing, or like, do you group as 5 somewhere and just push lane really hard? Like, what's the macro call across the map for how to match up against this?
This is true. I at this point, because we're choking you down so hard, it's hard to leave York alone. So keeping Shen on York is fine, but then have like a 4-man like death squad kind of roam around with each other is my best option. But then again, like as soon as you like leave Ziggs alone for too long, like because we were able to grab Ziggs and Tristana, like any lane you leave alone for too long, they're just gonna push in. So it's so suppressive.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, spoiler alert for the bans and picks for game number 2 that everybody's going to see after this game is over. We didn't know to ban Tristana or Ziggs, and just like, which one of them is worse to deal with? We don't know. We have no idea which one of them is actually worse to face.
Yeah. I see that Dragon's coming up. I know that now that we like tied in Dragons, the main call was just like, all right, I'm going to get top lane rolling, get in side lane rolling, and then I'm going to start pushing this in. But I don't have my hull breaker yet, so I don't have to leave. So maybe we can find a pick here.
Yeah, and we were trying to really get a pick here because, it's like, oh my god, here's our one chance. You have your bot lane combos, bot lane by themselves. We can maybe pick somebody off here and get something going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you picked me off. I was in a horrible spot there. But then we have like bot lane just like, yes, time to do what this team comp does best.
Yeah, it took us way too long to get the pick on you, so it made our bot lane tower very vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going for a pick like that, we have to make it as quick as possible so that we can get somebody down to bot lane sooner. Because you almost took the tower down in that moment there.
If it wasn't for like the TP, like the double TP, oh no, Luxus is unfortunate. That is a destruction.
That's Lygas. That's what he does.
To be fair, how would you expect a Tristana Leona just sitting in that one random bush?
I mean, but you don't have any vision. You don't know where they ran off to. And Lux's E illuminates bushes that it sits in. So just throw the E in the bush while you're walking by, and then you know that it's safe to keep going to Dragon to put a ward down, which is what he wanted to do, is put a ward down in Dragon.
Oh, that's fair.
So, It's just one of his it's one of his bad habits from being a support main all these years. That's all I'm trying to say, is that like he has a bad habit from being a support main all these years where he likes to go into jungles without any vision because he's going to put a ward down somewhere, and that's just what he's used to doing as a support.
It's the signature special,
Yeah.
Support special.
Yeah, pretty much. So, anyway, moving on here. We've got a 5,000 gold lead. Yeah, roughly 5,000 here on you guys. So you keep slowly increasing it. It was 2,000 before, and then it was 4,000, and now it went up by another 1,000. And you guys are doing a really good job of just doing a split push game here. And even when we think we're grouped up properly in a lane to maybe get a tower that's available to us, we can't do it because you got Vayne and Tristana showing up there with all the wave clear in the entire world.
Yeah. I think they might be able to pick off the Lux here. I think one more couple. The psychopath. He just goes in.
Lux before the ultimate goes off. Oh, yeah. That's so dirty.
I see you coming here. I was like, I want the turret though. Stop hitting me. I want the turret. Let me have it. Let me have it, Scatter. I was like, all right, now I can focus on you. And run away.
I was so mad that you ran away. I was so mad that you ran away. I was like, no, I had him.
What's so good about the Ziggs here is just like, you guys can't, because of Ziggs is Antrostana, you guys can't really push in. So to even up this gold lead, you'd have to start getting towers. So like,
Yeah.
It's just because they just wave clear so well. It's just like you try and push in, you have a large minion wave, and then it's gone. And then it's all gone.
Yeah, pretty much. It's so difficult for us to actually get a tower anywhere on the map. It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and God, we tried. God is my witness. We gave it our best shot.
Yeah, kills are relatively low this game too. It's just objective taking.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't a fiesta. Like, I mean, a lot of games tend to be in this league, no matter what division you're in. Like, this was not a fiesta.
Tell me about it. There's been so many fiestas throughout the whole, like, the preseason and everything. I'm just like, yeah, I'll play a champion. I was like, they'll never expect me to carry. And then I get, like, 15 kills. And then everyone in the league started going, like, hey, wait a minute. We're just going to ban this guy out. I was like, I'll play something random.
Yeah. And there's trying to get something on Ziggs, and then nope. It's not gonna happen. You know, we're doing our best.
The wave clear, and then I was like, if any one of them leaves, let me know, because I'll start screaming. And then I was like, I'm gonna take this turret now.
And look at that. Shelly goes in there to get the tower. No, there's a sliver left on the tower too.
Oh.
Like, just nothing was going our way there.
In my head, like, you just hear, like, I'm just singing the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips, Past the Window. Yeah. I'm just like, stop hitting me. I want to take this. Let me have this. Get in the naughty cage. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, there's a vein.
and luckily with Shen, I had enough shields that I was able to stall you out that whole time.
Yeah.
Until Vayne finally shows up. And you know what? I will say this. You guys did an excellent job of making sure Vayne, like, we're 24 minutes into the game and Vayne has not gotten a single kill, and she's only been involved in one of the 8 kills on our whole team, and that she got an assist on that. So,
yeah.
You know, you guys just did an excellent job of making sure that she didn't get anything.
Yeah, I think that was like a main focus as well, because we know how much of a threat Nick can be. In, like, I know in the end game stats, like, for both of our teams there, I think Nick was the one person who was tied with me in kills. I was like, if he starts getting too far ahead, he is an issue, and there's no stopping it, you know? It's like, I really just hope that he doesn't pull something random and just get 20 kills like he does in some of these matches.
Yeah, because we locked in the Vayne knowing that you had Yorick, Sejuani, and Leona. Those were your first 3 picks. So it's like, oh, Vayne, that's a no-brainer, right? Why wouldn't we pick the Vayne? And, you know, we just didn't get anything going with her for the longest time.
No, yeah. It was very slow paced. It was very, like, the whole point is just to be like, yeah, put him in a chokehold. Put him in a full Nelson, you know? Just kind of... It's
a very good attempt at the steal there.
Yeah.
That's a very good steal attempt there by the Ziggs. And then of course the whole time we're doing this, it's like, God, finish it. Yorick split pushing, go finish.
I was like, and I'm starting to move forward.
Yeah. It's just that the constant pressure where, you know, we couldn't make a single decision without worrying about what Yorick was doing or like where are Ziggs and Tristana right now, and, you know, like, we couldn't make a single decision without taking that stuff into account.
Yeah. And right here, this is like, I see my team's nowhere to be found on the map. It's like, I gotta leave. I'm in danger. I was like, well, maybe I can take something in the jungle. I was like, nope, I'm in danger.
Yep.
I think it was really funny. As soon as I started, like, as soon as I bought Hullbreaker, there's this really fun thing that you can do when you ping it. It's like, I'm hunting alone. Or, like, if anyone gets too close, it's like, I want to be alone. I think if it wasn't for that Lux ulti, I wouldn't have known if you guys were all there. I don't think it would have mattered. But it did show me. I was like, oh, wait. something over there.
And I thought Pike was gonna die, so I ulted Pike there because I'm like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
no, don't give Yorick a kill, don't do it.
He would have. He definitely would have. So I think it was the right call to do so.
And then, you know, of course, the whole time we're trying to get the pick on you, there's Tristana getting mid tower, and like again, just nothing that we can really do to stop a split push or a tower from being taken because you guys just picked a tower taking comp and just utter like this is the LMG from Call of Duty, or like what it's supposed to do in real life is just suppress the other soldiers into not peeking out to shoot their guns. That's what you guys drafted in a League of Legends comp.
Exactly. That was like the main idea. I was like, yes, this is perfect. Everything is going according to plan. We may be down in kills, but we are not giving up any turrets at all.
And, you know, we do get some picks off periodically when, you know, we're staying in the game. We still have more kills than you guys, 11 kills to 8 because we're getting picks. But you guys have an 8,000 gold lead because we can't stop you from taking towers.
I think this is you could take this tower, but we will die for it. We will we will not stop, but protect.
And I think we do finally get a tower here, but like that it took us 28 minutes, you know, to get that tower.
And then meanwhile, topside, I was like, hey guys, I'm still here. I'm a threat. I'm a threat.
I don't know why Leona walked up to me there to try to just hit me with the Q, because like I saw her walking up and I'm like, oh, I don't have to flash or use my E to get out of here because she's not using her E to get on me, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
I don't know if she was being cocky or if the E was actually on cooldown there.
I think the call was just like, hey, can you stop their backs? Well, I'll try.
And then way too early of an ultimate by Lux to try to steal that.
Lux. Get in the danger cage. Bonk.
Yeah, that's how you kill a Lux right there. That's exactly how you do it.
Yeah, I was so happy. I was like, oh yes, Yorick with Maiden and Baron. I am so happy right now.
Yeah. Man, like, if only this was back in the day where ZZ Rot Portal plus Banner of Command was a thing, and I'm just like, then I could have built those and matched you a little bit, but, you know, that's not a thing anymore.
The cool thing with Hullbreaker, like, look at that Superman, look at the cannon minion. Because of Hullbreaker, it actually gives it bonus HP. So it becomes so tanky to kill. And then I lost my Baron buff, and then I had depression. I was like,
yeah, you know, we can get a pick off every now and then. We're not really stopping you guys, but it's helping us feel better.
And I was sitting there, I'm like, I could die 20 times, and it would be okay because I'm going to be taking these objectives.
I was trying to flash over Sejuani's dash, but. Of course I wasn't able to time that, so I die. I get picked off.
It's something that's really hard to do.
So, you know,
wow.
I would say...
I didn't even think Lux was in that. Even looking at this replay.
She was barely in it,
yeah. Just a sliver.
So I would say, you know, you guys made the right call here to pick me off. First time you were able to pick me off in the game, and... you know, this basically lets you break into the base entirely at that point. Really weird stuff we're seeing here. I mean, like, Vayne's going all over the place, going absolutely nuts, but not really able to kill anybody, even with her items here. You're not used to seeing that. You're used to seeing Vayne's completely take team fights at this point of the game. You know, we're 30 minutes in. She should be able to 1v5, right?
Yeah. But I think she just needs more money because she's only built 2 items. You'd need to, like, 3 items by now, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's one of the problems, though, because her CS is really good at 219. I mean, most CS on the entire team, right, at least.
Yeah.
And, you know, the problem, though, is that out of our 13 kills, she was only involved in 6 of them. And so she's just behind because of that.
Yeah. I'm realizing now how good of Aram's CS was. It's like he's basically 10 CS a minute right now. Just non-stop. His CSing is at the 300 already.
Yeah. Just being a monster on Tristana.
Oh, for sure. I've only seen him play it like a couple times too, so I'm shocked. I
And
think,
we're clearly Imagination is on its last legs here in this match, and we're praying and hoping for a miracle, but things aren't looking good with 2 inhibitors down. 1 inhibitor doesn't have a turret anymore, and unless we can pull something off, the end looks like it's near.
yeah, that's fair. I think the main call here is that I'm gonna run at the turrets. I think that's the call all games. Like I'm gonna keep running at the turrets. Like my scoreline says a story. Just like I'll keep running at them. Probably don't have to die 6 times because there's just been tons of times where I've been caught out. But then my team capitalizes on the fact that I'm being like having like 3 people on me at all times. So yeah, like with the Hull Breaker, like look how big the super minion is. Like Lux is having like a hard time killing it. Then I realized you're all there, so then I was like, I'm gonna push bot side, and then I'm gonna really separate them so they aren't even close to their team.
Yeah, which is the right call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so we're seeing the team fight's about to break out. I think Luck should just be a little bit closer because my team can disengage, and if she steps too close to me, I should be able to kill it.
So we do get a kill there, and
Yeah,
the bomb on Tristana, or the Tristana's bomb on Wukong there finishes him off. So we trade in a one for one, but we lose a jungler, you lose a support. So spelling the end of the game here at that point for us.
Yeah, I took all the turrets and I was like, all right, time to bonk. It's
time to bonk everything. Let's go. Shovel.
Shovel. Again and again.
You're the shoveler from Mystery Men. You're the shoveler.
Yeah. Ever remember like the old Minecraft, the Yogg cast? There's like Diggy Hole. The that one goes back a little bit too far, but
yeah,
good time there. Game 1 going over to Chicken Riders. But
yeah, and we again just like really good execution of the champs that you guys picked, really good execution of the game plan that you guys had of just constantly suppressing us with every single split push decision, every single decision to hey, even if they want to team fight us 5v5, we're just not going to let them because we're just going to have somebody in a lane or somebody getting a tower no matter what else is going on. And let's just see what they can scramble to do to stop it.
yeah, and I think that's exactly what we wanted to do. And what we got. Like we got all the perfect, like the Exodia pieces were all aligned, and we're like, yes, I'm happy with this decision. Yeah. But we'll take a quick intermission. I'm gonna get everything set up, and then we'll be good to go for our second game. Hello and welcome back, Seal fans. We're going into Game 2 of the best of 3 series between the Chicken Riders versus Imagination, Demacian finals. I'm going to transition us over into our picks and bans here. And so, Scatter,
Yeah.
what's the game plan here? What was your team thinking for this time around?
Well, again, after game one, even halfway through game one, we were just trying to figure out who is the actual worst champion for us to face off against. Is it the Tristana? Is it the Ziggs? Do we want to ban both of them? Do we only want to ban one of them? What do we want to do?
Mm,
And the idea was put forth to ban both of them. And then it's like, okay, well then which of our bans from the first game do we let go through then? We decided Volibear would be let through because between Nocturne, Volibear, and Urgot, we're like, Volibear is probably the better one for us to face out of those three. And I was fine with letting Urgot through, but there were people on my team that said, no way in hell are we letting Urgot through because the last time we faced you guys, you played Urgot top lane and you kicked our asses with it.
Yeah,
So
I was angry. I was like, I want to win.
Yeah. So because of that, we decided Tristana just to change up the bot lane matchup. And we'll keep the Nocturne ban because even if he's played top lane and he's not a jungler ganking all over the map, he's still an annoyance up in top lane, has the #1 win rate in solo queue up in top lane, so he's clearly a force to be reckoned with even if he's not jungling right now. And then we decided to lock in Sejuani as our first pick because give that to Quack so that you guys don't take it since Trundle got banned anyway. We'll keep the Pike because we feel like it's still one of our best options for a support pick. And then we locked in Kale because once the Yorick and the Volibear were both locked in, it was very clear. Okay, Yorick's top lane, Volibear's jungler because their jungler doesn't play Yorick, and I wanted something top lane that I could get a lot of wave clear with. Where once I hit level 6 anyway with Kale, it's like wave clear is not an issue anymore. Yorick shouldn't be able, if I match him in a split push, should not be able to take towers easily at all anymore. And so that way we can kind of stop Yorick and we only have to worry about whatever else you guys pick in terms of the split push. So that was kind of the game plan. Our last two picks with Draven and Kasten were kind of... I didn't know that the AD carrier was going to pick Draven. We didn't know that our mid laner was going to pick Kasten. Both of those were spur of the moment decisions that they both just felt like they really wanted to play those champions, and they really had the confidence that they could make those champions work into what you guys were doing.
You know what? We weren't expecting it either. We had no idea. We're like, they play these? They play these?
Yeah, I mean, our AD carry will play anything. He can play any AD carry, so that didn't surprise me that he could play Draven. I was just surprised that he picked Draven over other champions that were available. That was why I was surprised by that one.
Yeah.
And then I think you guys did a good job with your draft, just like you did in game number 1, adjusting. Like Caitlyn and Tristana both have really long attack ranges, so in terms of spacing for where Tristana and Caitlyn need to be in team fights, the spacing is pretty much the same. Doesn't need to change all that much. So that made perfect sense to us. And then instead of Leona, you pick Rel, another tanky support that has a really good engage. And it's like, yeah, I mean, you guys are just kind of sticking to the game plan here in game number 2, even though we took Tristana away.
Yeah, we're just we're gonna try and run the comp again. If it worked one time, surely it'll work again. The only problem was like we gave Quack Sejuani. We're like, oh no, it should be fine.
Yeah, no big deal.
And then, like,
whatever.
The narrator in my head is just like speaking to me. It's just like, and it wasn't. It was not fine. But that being said, though, let's jump into game and see how everything plays out.
Absolutely. All right, I'm loaded in. I'm good.
Awesome. On 3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
All right. So, we were kind of thinking about doing an invade this time. Not gonna lie, because we didn't do it in game number 1, and we really wanted to really wanted to turn things around here, but we again just decided to be safe and just do the 5-point because other than Pike pulling someone, it's like we really don't have anything after that.
Yeah, for us, we
Um,
thought about it, and then we're like, we have some of the worst level 1 champions for invades.
yeah, I mean, I was playing Kale, who's not a good champ at level 1, and we also have Cassidon, who's also not a good champ at level 1. So it's just like,
Yeah.
man, invading is just not a good idea for us at all here.
I think I was like telling Ziggs, like, that's a mana flow proc, go get it. Unfortunate that he missed it though. Feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in general, though, this whole series was much more of a subdued version of both of our teams, I think, because the first time we faced each other earlier in the season, we were going for each other's throats. Like in top lane, I remember, you got a solo kill on me, I'd get a solo kill on you the next game. We would go for those kinds of big plays
Yeah.
in our lanes all the time. And like this game, like we both teams kind of held back and we're just saying, no, go for the surefire things during laning phase. Don't go for the big plays that are, a coin toss.
Yeah, that's the big part about like playoffs and like Steel or any other playoffs in general. Just like really good, just kind of like communication by your teams. Like play it slow, play it smart. Like we don't need to make those like risky plays to get us snowballing super far ahead because like XYZ team comps that we're pulling out. And I've noticed that, and like even when I was facing in my first match there, I was just like, I gotta think smarter. I can't just be making these like top lane skirmishes, like because usually it's a bloodbath top side. It's usually like one way or the other. And I just make these like really risky plays in all of my games where it's just like, all right, it worked out, boys. Now I have 7 kills and it's 5 minutes. Let's go.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're running it in.
We're doing it right now.
And the main thing for me is like I was so scared. I was like, Quacks is coming for me. I feel it. I feel it at all points.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really feel that way up in top lane because you did a really good job of pushing me in basically the whole time before I hit level 6.
Yeah. But that's just like punching Kale, right? I was like, I gotta really just push this in. She has a really hard time clearing things underneath her own tower. So I was like, I can get a level in the CS lead that way. And I was like, I really hope the jungler doesn't come in and gank me. My eyes were just constantly on that bush. I was like, oh no. And then I saw bot lane. I was like, oh, I'm fine. But in response to that, our bot lane, not fine. They were not okay. First blood coming out a lot earlier here for the Sejuani and taking the kill onto Rel there.
Yeah, we had decided after game number 1 that Scatter, you're playing weak side. We're not gonna give you all that much help up there. If Quacks happens to be in the neighborhood, maybe he'll help you out, or if Lygos happens to be in the neighborhood, maybe he'll give you a hand. But otherwise, no, we got to focus on getting our bot lane some kills this game, and that's exactly what we did here in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the right call. That's that's definitely what you need to do, especially for like the team comp that we're running here. Because if you can win 4v4s, like it's hard for my team to really get ahead and do anything with that. But like if you focus all your value on me, then it's just like, well, you're just going to just keep running into the split pusher, and yeah, you'll get some gold, but you're never going to be able to really use that investment properly because you're always going to have to face against me. Which was my game plan. I was like, I really want that, and then it just never happened. Like I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, before I hit level 6 with Kale, I was pretty nervous. Because I was like, man, if he plays this right with the Yorick cage and like gets my flash and then he just does it again, like I'm kind of screwed here. So I just have to hope that I'm able to withstand it.
Yeah, you do a really good job actually of it. Like even though I'm like trying to punish you in super hard, like you're still playing. Like your spacing's really good. I can't really get a proper cage on you that I was trying to look at for. I could land a couple E's, but that was like the best I could do.
And I mean, Quax is also doing a phenomenal job here with Sejuani on the ganks and bot lane. But, if you look down at the CS difference, though, Volibear has, he's got a lot more CS than Sejuani does, and that's the price you pay when you're ganking early.
Yeah. He's, Volibear's just, constantly, I think he's just farming up for level 6. He's like, I'm looking for a tower dive, looking for something. But, this Sejuani's just been making our bot lane just not being able to do much with that. Oh, good flash by Legos. He would have died for sure.
It's a very good flash. Yep, and then I finally hit level 6 with Kale, and now top lane turns into a completely different ball game at this point.
I was like, oh no, it can hit me from a ranged. Here I'm like, I really hope she doesn't kill Maiden, as Maiden likes to run into towers. But we see bot lane start going in there, and then Ayoka does fall on Rel, and now we see Chicken going on to Draven. I think he's going to be able to grab up this kill, but Pyke is going to be pulling him back, but Volibear does get that last W win.
Yeah. Really, really good job on you guys, though, because Volibear needed to get on Draven there, so that was good. Nice job on his part.
Yeah. Stop hitting me. Stop hitting me. Oh, no. I get it. Run away.
Yep. When you flashed away, I was like, oh, right, he has flash. Oh, man. I was hoping to bait you out, too. That's why I stayed top after that. I was hoping to bait you into coming at me, because I was like, I think I can kill him if I bait him here.
Yeah.
You didn't fall for it.
No, I was not having it. I was like, no, I die. That's
So it's 5-1 with Imagination for the first time in the entire series, and game number 2, 7.5 minutes in, finally has a gold lead for once.
Yeah, you guys did a lot of work, and the Sejuani really staying bot side, focusing. I haven't gotten a dragon yet. I'm surprised. I'm trying to remember, because I know there was a lot of dragons this game, and I don't remember seeing them. Yeah, mid lane, game bot lane. Ayoka's having a sad time. She's like, I'm a tank, but I keep dying.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, Rel just has a really slow movement speed when she's not on the horse. That's just...
That's true.
It's difficult to... It's difficult to get away after an engage, if you make that decision.
Mm-hmm. There's a fight in the mid lane here. I think Caston's going to get away just because that's how Caston works. But here comes the bot lane. Stop smacking my maiden. No.
Nope.
Pain.
See, unlike last game with Shen, this game with Kale, I'm actually able to kill the maiden.
This is true. You have a ranged ability that you can walk far away with it.
And Imagination gets another kill in mid lane because we have learned from our mistakes in the first game, and we've learned about better ways to play against you now in game number 2.
Yeah, you guys played this one out really well and really smart, really focusing, and the rotations from the bot lane and from the mid lane helping each other out, compensating for each other's weaknesses when one team falls behind. Like, you guys had really good communication this game, and it was so hard for us to really react to it fast enough.
And already 10 minutes in, we have almost a 3,000 gold lead going on it. And after game number 1, I got to tell you, this was the morale boost that my team needed, because we were feeling pretty down after the first game. But I'm not saying that this game was a cakewalk up to this point, because any of those team fights could have gone the other way if we had made one decision differently.
Mm-hmm. I see Volibear coming up, so I engage on you here, and you do use your flash, you use your ulti, but I think I land one more maiden proc. I think, is that enough to kill you? No.
Nope.
I was upset. I was like, I need more minions.
I was shocked I lived. I'll admit it. I thought you had me for sure.
My maiden's not up either. I think if I had maiden, definitely for sure, but you killed it earlier, and it takes me 2 minutes to get it back.
Yeah.
It's a rough time without Maiden. Yeah, for me, like in this matchup here, I'm like, all right, I'm feeling good. I have that CS lead. I just kind of need to keep this up, keep pushing the tower there. And I was like,
Yeah,
he doesn't
and
have TP right now, so I can really punish him for that.
and the good thing about Kale though is that Kale doesn't really need gold or items. Kale just needs levels.
Yeah.
So even if I'm at a CS deficit to you, which I am by 20 right here, that's still okay as long as I'm able to hit my my levels. So I need to hit level 6 to get my ranged attacks. I need to hit level. Oh wait, we got a fight right here.
Here comes Sejuani bot lane again. The Cassin was already here, so they're gonna get another double kill. And a kill going over to Draven. It's weird to see Draven and Pyke together because Draven, for his passive and for the gold efficiency, he wants the kills, but Pyke also wants a kill so he can give money to his ADC.
Yeah.
It was an odd synergy that I wasn't expecting. I was like, I'll take it, but I was like, I don't know how well it works.
Yeah, passive wise for the both of them, maybe not the smartest thing in the world, but in terms of just having kill pressure on you guys, massive kill pressure between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. I think I was like, I'm thinking he's in death range, so I'm like looking for something topside. I was like, I don't think he can really stop me. There's another Pyke going nuts. In. Draven flashing forward, Pyke grabbing up that kill. Rella's just gonna try and walk away, see if she can grab the kill onto Pyke, but then gets a little bit too far ahead. She does get the kill onto Pyke with the shutdown, but is unfortunate that she dies shortly after. I was sitting here topside, and I was like, oh yeah, so my turret's at 2, so I can bring Shelly. And then I look at Shelly, I was like, Shelly's gone. When did that happen? Oh, Nick's out of mana here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to kill this, but he does a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Shutdown going over to the Volibear.
I remember we were just happy Caitlyn didn't get the kill.
That's fair. Looking at it now, I'm like, probably Chicken definitely could have given the kill over to Caitlyn. That would have helped her immensely.
Yeah, like after game number 1, it's like, let's stop a Ramza from getting kills here if we can help it, right? Let's just... Yeah. Big fight here in jungle. They take out Volibear. Again, just complete different story for Imagination from game number 1 because we've finally, we've gotten some confidence now in ourselves again.
Yeah.
We're not as deflated as we were.
Yeah, that's fair. Lego's going in for the kill. Is not going to get out with his life, though.
Yeah.
I think I was here. I was like, yeah, I think you stepped up too close. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I can kill. I was like, I have my Divine Sunderer. Gonna dodge that DPS a little bit. I think one more E would have gotten you. Or bonk. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my bad for going up too far, and I knew it.
Mm-hmm. It's rough as a fail because it's just like you don't really have a way to disengage without flash. And it's just like if you step up, just like if you miss position for 1 second, it can go horribly wrong for you.
Yep. But, I considered it a moral victory, making sure that, we're 15 minutes into the game and you haven't gotten a single hit on our second tower there. So I considered that a moral victory at this point in the game.
These are facts. Here, I was like, yes, Chicken, battle. We must go. So,
we had no clue Volibear was there, so no clue Volibear was there. We thought we had you, and then it crumbles in our hands.
Yeah.
Wax and I were both at that moment just going like, oh, no.
At this moment, I was like, I feel good. I feel strong. I was like, speaking of second turret, I'm going to take it.
Yeah. But, so at this point, you guys are taking that turret. We see Ziggs in mid lane taking that turret. And now we're just like, oh, man, we were doing so well. But now is it just a repeat of game 1? Is that what's gonna happen now? Oh man, how did it go so wrong so fast?
Here I'm thinking I'm in a huge minion wave. If anyone tries to fight me, oh no. There's a Draven. It makes me go like he just explodes and then he goes invisible and then he does it again and then goes invisible. I was like, I like tabbed and I was like, oh, that Draven is huge.
Yeah, he's Nike really pulled through in game number 2 on Draven. We were so happy.
Yeah.
Especially because like he hadn't practiced Draven at all going into this game, not in any kind of team practice setting at all. So we were very happy with how it turned out.
Mm-hmm. Right now, you guys have this slight gold advantage, but thankfully for us, we got those turrets, and we were able to do something with that. But our bot lane is just like crippled, just because of how many Sejuani ganks and Kassadin ganks there are. And speaking of which, they're back again. I'm surprised Kassadin didn't just kill. Is the turret still there? No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. I think the call was to pull back because we didn't know where Volibear was, so we didn't want to run into another situation like we did in top lane a little bit ago.
Yeah. I think for my team here, I was like, maybe we should play around me, but at the same time, I was like, we don't want to play around me, and that's the issue. Like, you can't stay around me because Hullbreaker is going to be built very soon. I was like, you really need to start helping out this bot lane because they're just falling so far behind. It's going to be like your win con if you're going to ever even think about winning like 4v3s or 4v4s.
Yeah, I mean, we currently have like a 2,000 gold lead, and basically almost the entirety of that 2,000 gold lead is just because of Draven, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And Sejuani's back. I was like, oh, it's happening. I was like, I think I can get a kill here. And then I was pretty happy and pretty good with myself with the 2v2, and then Draven shows up and then takes my entire HP pool. I was like, ah.
Yep, that's Draven.
Draven was the nail in the coffin for me topside.
And then, Lagos decides not to keep going for that, which is very uncharacteristic of him.
I think he was just kind of like the playoff nerfs get to you, you know? The playoff like nerves are just like, you don't want to make a misplay, you don't want to misjudge anything.
Yeah.
He was so ahead like last game, but at the same time, he just got caught out a lot too.
And there's a tower.
Yeah.
There's a tower for you guys.
There's another tower.
So yeah, tower's 4-1. Still almost looks like a repeat of the first game, except that we still have a gold lead somehow.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually. I think it's definitely all in Draven. Draven right now having like a 3k gold difference on his lane opponent.
It's basically all Draven.
And then the Pike has like a 4k as well, just like on the Rel. So it's like bot lane is massive. So I'm sitting here just thinking, I was like, if you guys get that dragon, it's nice, but I don't know if we can really contest it. So they're going for the attack onto the Kayle here, and they try and fight with the Volibear, but Volibear is going to have to flash out. I joined the fight last second. I was like, I got to be here for this. Even though with Hullbreaker, I got to do something, you know? And so...
Really... Yeah. It was a really messy team fight that panned out in our favor, probably just because of Draven having so much stupid damage on him at this point.
The problem is like I couldn't get Draven because he would go invisible after a kill. I was like, where did he go? I was like, I thought that I killed him, and I was like, he's still here. He's still here. He just appears out of a bush, appears out of like the abyss, and just throws an axe at my face. I'm like, there goes my HP pool.
Yeah. So now, it's the opposite for us after game number 1, where our AD carry didn't participate in barely any team fights leading into the late game, and now he has participated in 18 of our 22 kills.
Mm-hmm.
Lesson wise, I think we learned our lessons from game number 1.
Yeah.
And we're also in full control of Dragon at this point as well. You guys may have more towers than us, but we know that we're late game scaling because of Kassadin and Kayle. So, you know, the longer the game goes, the better it is for us, and we're keeping that in mind as well throughout the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm bot lane here. Just like I was like, I want to keep these guys away from the Baron, so maybe I can bring a couple people down to me, and then my team can work out that accordingly. But then Draven comes in and then shreds our Volibear into nothing. Like,
yeah, because that's what Draven does. That's just what he does, man. Top lane, I don't remember how this fight goes. I think I almost get a kill and I die, but I think I almost get a kill before I go.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh yes, the 2 people are here. I'm happy. And then top lane, I think you are going to fall. Yeah.
Yeah, because I tried real hard.
But then Sejuani comes in and just ruins the parade.
Yeah. Man, that
so
damage
low.
is stupid.
I was like, get out of the golden thing. I want to bonk you. Oh no.
I don't know how he did that either, getting the R off right at the end of the Zonias like that. I don't know how he timed it that perfectly.
You just like spamming it.
It almost looks like he does the R before Zonia's ends. It almost looks like that's the timing he had.
Yeah.
And then Volibear doing a real good job, like almost is able to seal the deal there.
Yeah, but Sejuani's just been following Draven and really capitalizing on his leads. Like, Quax is doing a great job on Sejuani. I was like, in my head, I'm like, there's a reason why I should have banned Sejuani in first round. I was like, oh no. I was kind of like hoping that you weren't going to pick Sejuani. I was like, yeah, yes, the pieces of Exodia will come back again. But then Quax is just like, no, he's going to take it first pick. I was like, oh no, I forgot they're blue. But Draven 9, 2, and 12, and then Pyke 8, 1, and 12 is just like they're huge. Like they're just going off this game.
Bot lane is a monster this game.
Oh, for sure.
And then you know, I'm finally for the first time in either of these games, it's like, oh, I'm Kayle bot lane. I can split push. I can do it now.
I can battle, and I think I see you, and I was like, I'll kill it. I'll battle you. As soon as I get Maiden, you're in danger.
Now, I don't know if you guys even knew that we were doing this.
I think we had a call saying, I was saying, like, someone should, like, ward Baron, but at the same time, I was like, I don't think anyone's going to take it. Like, no one's going to be able to stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, hey, wait a second. Kayle, stop. All right, you're dead.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, I take it. I think I can take him, and I almost do. I almost do.
Yeah. I think if you focused one more auto attack onto Maiden, all of my damage and my sustainability would have went away.
Yeah,
But
in hindsight,
because you didn't kill it, that's like I was like, I'm just gonna keep staying here until Maiden's dead. But Dragon's gonna be coming up soon. It's gonna be Soul, so I was like, this is going to be a roughie for us here if they get Soul. So I was like, I should group. I should do something. I was like, I have Hullbreaker, but I need a group. So a lot of my stats are gone, but I was like, I'll do my best for my team. Still pretty big regardless.
Yeah. And I think I was yelling at Kassadin here, like, Kassadin, you don't have teleport. What are you doing up there?
I mean, he baited the Caitlyn. Because I was just like, why is my Caitlyn up top? Why is she over there?
Yeah, as soon as we saw Caitlyn top, we're like, oh, never mind. We can do this then.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's okay.
Then you guys go in for the all-in, and then I get immediately shredded. Like, I just got crit so hard there. I had 25% HP and then just gone in a second because of Draven. Like, look at
Draven's
that damage.
Just going for kills. It's so stupid how much damage he has.
Surprised he didn't get a penta here. Yeah, but Kassadin and then the Pyke picked that one off. And at this point, I was like, they're going to get Dragon. And I'm speaking to my team, like, let's think about what we want to do for next game. I was like, we can run the same comp. We're going to be blue side. Like, let's just, like, think what we can do to fix this issue here. and a lot of it was just like, what was the problem bot lane? Was it the Draven or was it the Sejuani? And we're just like, it was the Sejuani. It was, she was just ganking them like repeat and over and over and over again. I was like, all right, we'll never let them have Sejuani ever again.
Yeah. And we almost did not make the call to keep going there too, but we just figured, nah, Draven's alive. We have Cassidy here, Kale here with the ultimate. Like, just go
Hmm.
for it.
Yeah, and then it works out because you guys get all of these kills. And Draven actually got Ziggs bombed into the other axe, which is quite funny. Just notice that now.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't see that when we played this game.
Yeah,
Holy,
he was clean.
that's very clean. So yeah, we recognize, it, like game number one. I think this is for both of our teams something that we can be proud of is that game number one, you guys noticed what your win condition was, what the game plan was with your team comp, what it was designed to do, and you executed that game plan accordingly. And then for game number two, we recognized our comp's win condition, which was we need to go to late game because we have Kale, we have Cassin, they'll have massive damage, they scale super hard in late.
Hmm.
So just get to that point. But at the same time, we had Pike and Draven down bot lane. Where like if we could just gank bot lane over and over and get them a massive amount of kills, bot lane's going to be unstoppable. So we kind of have two win conditions depending on if we're able to execute those bot lane ideas early, and if we don't, well, we have late game scaling in case we need that. So um, we were just able to pull that off. And then, game number three was another sign of one of our teams being able to execute the team comp properly again.
That's fair. That's fair. That's true. Yeah. With that being said, though, let's take a quick intermission, and then we'll be back for game number 3 of the best of 3 series. Hello, Seal fans. We are going into Game 3 of the Demacian Finals. It is a best-of-3 series, so winner takes all here. I'm super excited to see what is going to happen. Obviously, Scatter and I already kind of know, but it should be fun to cast and see what goes on here. Let's go into our picks and bans, and Scatter, take it away with what your team was bringing to the table this time around.
Yeah, so kind of the same idea from game number 2, because we were like, after how successful that was, we were thinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And also, it's on Chicken Ryders to adjust their game plan after game number 2 and figure out what to do against us now.
Yeah.
So, we keep the Pike and the Draven because it was so successful in game number 2. And then we also pick Kale after we see Ulok and Yorick. We go, okay, I'll just play Kale again because I was able to wave clear. I was able to scale up into late game and, help us win that game. And, that's our late game insurance policy, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys locked in Annie and Yasuo, and we said, what the hell is going on? We had picked the Kayn because, we didn't have Sejuani or Trundle. And Quax was like, I just want to deal some damage and make a big difference in my ganks. If I can't gank with Sejuani, at least with Kayn, I can have a lot of damage. And so that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we gave him Kayn. And then we said, all right, last pick goes to mid lane. Let's see what they lock in here. Let's see what they do.
And then we pulled
this. And the Orianna got locked in. And I was concerned about your team comp at that. I was concerned about what you guys were doing. Because I was like, that's a Yasuo bot lane. We know that's what that is. But paired up with a Nami means that there's a lot of knockup potential to get Yasuo's ultimate off. And then if Sejuani ganks at the same time, that's one more ability from her that also enables his ultimate. So I was concerned for team fights this game, to be perfectly honest.
I remember for us, we were gathering the things for Exodia once again, and Aoka is actually a Nami main, so that's like the first round rotation. We're like, all right, we're gonna take away Scatter's pick. Sorry, not Scatter. That's Quack's pick here. I'm gonna get my pick to just because it's Yorick. I'll just keep doing Yorick things. I didn't play a bad game last game, so I'm still feeling pretty confident in what I can perform on here, and I'll still be an annoyance, right? And then we get into second rotation, and I was like, okay, what do you want? Mid lane, and then we were kind of debating on that for a little while, and then we concluded to Annie, and then Andrew Ramza there, I was just like, what would you like to play? And there's been a lot of games like it's the Chicken Rider special to pull out random things. We have done this many times in the past where it's just like our drafts look so scuffed, look so weird, but they just work. And so I was like, hey, what do you want to play? And he's like, Yasuo. And I was like, you sure? He's like, Yasuo. I was like, well, they'll never see this one coming. And so
who do you want to play? Yasuo. Are you sure? Yasuo.
Exactly. So we bring in the Yasuo, and I'm like, it's not bad because you guys are in a 4v4 and Nami seems good, and then we have Annie that can burst down. The main reason for Annie behind Annie was like, can you 100 to 0 the Draven? And he's like, yes. I was like, we're playing Annie. They just take one. If you can just 100 to 0 the Draven, I'm okay with it. And because she just has so much high burst potential and things that you can do with that, right? So, and we obviously we banned away the cast, and we're like, we're not letting him do that again. I don't care. I'm just like, I do not want to see Legos uncasted again. I didn't even know he could play it, but he's not gonna have it anymore.
I didn't either, so I was just as surprised as you guys were. So yeah, I mean, we thought that you picked the Annie because Lygos plays Annie, and you just picked something away from him because you banned the Kassadin. And so you're basically going like, okay, Lygos, like play Lux again. Like we want you to play Lux. We dare you to play Lux. That's what I thought you were doing.
No, we had no idea. We were oblivious.
And I actually wanted him to play Lux because Yasuo's Windwall doesn't block Lux's ultimate.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to play Lux, but even though he wasn't laning against Yasuo, that would still help with team fights later on, right? So he decided that he wanted Orianna, so we gave him Orianna. So I was concerned about this game because I was like, okay, I don't know where this team comp came from, and I don't know how good their bot laner is with Yasuo, but I just assumed that with the champs you picked and locking Yasuo in, oh no, he's probably really good, and I just don't know that.
He pulls it out in some of these niche scenarios, and then he just performs so well on it. I'm like, I question it every time, but then he just like makes it work, and I'm like, all right, okay. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix. And I was like, let's go.
Yes.
It's full send.
Yeah.
My main moral thing, especially for all this season, the team that I was drafting in for all of the season, the main thing I really wanted to focus on was just like, you guys play what you want to play, have fun, enjoy what you do. I want to win making sure that we're enjoying ourselves. I don't want to win and no one's having fun. So it's like, if you want to play Yasuo, go right ahead. And then we do it, and then it just works.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let's jump into game here and see how everything transitioned.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
All right. I'm ready when you are.
All right, do the countdown. I'm good.
Okay. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
All right.
So, game number 3. Everything's on the line. Mm-hmm. Does my team, the team that loves to invade, do we do it?
Do we
do the invade? Let's find out.
Yeah, and all of us were on board with our invade as well. We're like, yeah, we've never done invades before. Let's go.
Yeah, we came down here. We like doing this invade path, and we were like, oh man, like they got to be here. Like they don't see this coming because we haven't invaded the whole series. This is our chance. And then we didn't see anybody here. We didn't see a single ward get thrown down. And it's like, are they invading us? What's happening?
Yeah,
what's going on?
We saw you on a ward. Like, oh my god, it works. I was like, I can't believe this actually worked. The one time we do it, and the one time they do it, we're not there.
And then I think at one point here, I remember I saw Sejuani in our red side jungle, and I was like, "Oh no, Quacks! They got your red buff. You gotta do vertical jungling now. Like they got it."
Mm-hmm. See, I wasn't sure if you saw us. But,
I saw a movement later on. I can't remember exactly when it happened.
I think it was how I came into lane, because that would definitely have given it away. Because I tried to do like a little sidestep to kind of be like, I wasn't in your jungle. And then
yeah, it was by you or Sedge. I can't remember which one, but I remember. I saw you here come up. Yeah, that's what it was. So I was like, oh no, Quacks, they got your red buff. So
yeah,
they definitely invaded.
And I think I may have warned Chicken that I did that, but at the same time, I may have not. I don't remember in the moment. All I know is like, I need CS. Give me money.
Yeah.
I mean, if you crabs.
If you had just come to lane slightly differently, I would not have known, and you would have caught us completely off guard.
Yeah. But if I do that as well, I'm giving up like three CS, which would have been a pain for me. So it's like, I don't really want to fall behind on a Kale. That was like my mental. But yeah, we could have definitely given you a little bit of a scare. But he still comes to his red buff, even with full knowledge that it's gone. I think he went to Krugs.
Yeah, he said that he was going to come up to gank top lane, and that's why he didn't do vertical jungling. He was like, well, they won't expect me to come up there if they've taken red buff and you spotted it.
Yeah.
So you can catch him here or something.
All was well in the world. I think I push up super hard, but I have like this massive wave. So I'm not sure. Like, I was feeling confident. I was like, oh, look, a Kane's here. I'm going to put you in a cage and I'm going to walk
Yeah,
away.
and
Because
I
no one
was
can
like,
fight me.
because I was like, I got a huge wave here. I can't get around them.
Yeah.
I literally cannot maneuver around this wave. I'm stuck.
I've had so many people, like, when junglers come in and try and fight that, I'm like, I'll win the 2v1. Like, if you keep fighting this, I'll do it. And so here comes Kane again. And at this moment, I'm like, oh, he hit me with the W. Oh, no. He's going to be red form so fast. He keeps ganking me.
Yeah.
But good trades coming out mid lane. Everything's basically similar to the first game there, being played out really slow. And I think that's exactly what we want as well, especially in the first 10 minutes for sure. We don't really want anything to really go down unless it's in our favor.
Yeah. And then business as usual up in top lane. It's been the Yorick all 3 games, and this is the second game with me on Kale. So this is just a repeat of what laning phase was in game 2, basically.
Yeah. Punish the Kale until she hits 6 and then cry as she autos my maiden.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes. Mid lane was interesting this game. Didn't think it would be a Orianna versus Annie matchup, but bot lane is where you really surprised us. And you know, a spoiler alert for everybody watching the game: you'll see some plays.
I never really got. I'm excited to watch this because I never actually saw what went down bot lane because I was playing York and I was like, I'm dibbity dum, gonna farm up my wave, gonna back off and then press maiden and then go away. And then I looked down bot lane. I was like, oh, nice, bot lane's doing things.
Yeah, they're doing all right. They're doing okay for themselves. All right.
Yeah. So we see a potential engage here, so he's going to get the slash off, going to just keep going on. You guys get the ignite. Here comes Sejuani just around the corner. Graven's here as well. Then the flash away is going to hit him, but he's going to die and get the first blood over to Kane there, which was unfortunate.
So, you know, both teams have their game plan. They're sticking to it here. We're able to get Draven and Pike and Kane involved in a kill. Good for all 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh, Tibbers. Does Tibbers get this? No, I think Tibbers teleports back. Yeah.
Nah, Tibbers doesn't get it. Almost. Very close. Very, very close.
I think I'm thinking to myself here, I'm like, if he doesn't catch this wave immediately, I might be able to turret dive. And then I looked at my mana pool, I was like, that ain't happening.
Yeah, that was my saving grace and the reason why I just chose to stay in lane, because I was like, oh, his mana pools are that low. Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah. Get that turret gold, back away. Life of a York.
Yeah.
It's very boring. I played very boring in all of my matchups here. I was like, I don't want to do anything fancy because I'm going to be punished by quacks.
Yeah, it's not like earlier in the season where you played Kled into my Shen and it was chaos, you know. It's not like that game.
Oh. Was that me or was that someone else? I can't remember.
No, that was you. That was you because
me?
we won that game. We won that game and you got mad about it, so then you played her, got the next game.
Oh,
and kicked our ass.
yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting the first dragon here was also a crucial part to our game plan. Like, just getting one of the first dragons is going to just hinder your chances at getting soul really fast. So I think that was like the main call for us as well, to try and do something here. Sejuani just bonking the Draven. But Orianna Knight doing a nice ulti, gonna interact with that one, get that away. And I think they live here, and there's a 2v1 happening topside. But I don't think they're able to kill me.
No, because you blocked me with the wall.
Oh yeah, I did. I remember that. That was funny. I was like, he can't get through here unless he breaks my wall. It's so hard to gank York like that sometimes too. Good wall placements can really just close off like crucial walking points for their top laner to engage on you. Or if they like go in, you can just cage both of them and then walk out of the cage.
So Tyler one would be very proud of the Draven gameplay that we've seen from games 2 and so far game number 3.
Hmm.
Sticking to the game plan, having Draven get some early kills, get involved in some early kills, I should say. And things seem to be going pretty well for us, just like game number 2 did, and we're feeling pretty good. But you guys are, I don't know exactly when it happens, but at some point here, game's going to get a little bit more even than what it currently is.
I think it's when Yasuo hits 6.
It probably is when Yasuo hits 6, if we're being honest about it.
Yeah. Good engage and good trade happening in the mid lane there, just poking the Orianna out. Tibbers, sad.
Tibbers, no.
Coming back just to get hit by a turret. Annie going in, gonna get that flash forward, but Orianna popping shield immediately there.
And I did a good job there just getting you guys off of Rift Herald because I was very getting that and getting back into the game after like the nice little lead we had gotten for ourselves.
Yeah, I think if I just pushed the wave here, it would have been fine, but I was worried about Chicken dying, so I was like, I'll walk down. But I remember you getting all of this experience, and I was like, I feel sad. And then you just keep trading with me. I was like, stop hitting me.
The pitiful damage that Kayle has early because you have to build boots and you have to build Nashor's Tooth first on her,
Yeah. So Kane getting yet another successful gank bot side, which is good for him.
Yeah.
Good for the team. Good, just kind of keeping up with the kills there. I know I was kind of worried. I was really hoping. I was like, oh no, I really hope something changes here. Yeah, I was thinking in this trade, like I might be able to win, but all my cooldowns are gone, and I don't have Divine Thunder yet. So I was like, yeah, he's just gonna poke me.
Yeah, but again, you're leading in CS because you're Yorick, and that's what you do.
Yeah, just being able to punish you like pre-6 is just really key. Without any jungle ganks against me, it was nice. I noticed last game I was like, all right, he didn't come top enough, but like I can't still trust it. But I was like, I'll do what I do the same, but just keep watching it there.
Yeah,
they usually put a lot of wards down.
Yeah, and there's some good stuff that we're seeing here out of the players too on both sides. You're doing really well with Yorick. You did all 3 games. Sejuani's focusing top lane right now with Rift Herald. You got 3 tower plates left, about to be 2. If you can hit the tower once with your shovel, and should be able to take tower down pretty easily here.
Tower really just focusing me. Oh my word.
Yeah,
I was molding. I was like, tower, stop. Why is this my life? Kane getting another successful gank bot side.
Yeah, the only reason I think I lived there after that is because I saw that one of the little gold trails off of the tower going down, or not going down, but out of the place going down, went to Sejuani in our red side jungle. So I was like, oh no, Sedge is here. Oh no. Gold trail from the tower plates gave it away.
Yeah.
And then Kane, for being ganking all the time, getting 3 kills on ganks, is up in CS as well. So Quax puts on quite the performance here in this game, and I couldn't have been any happier with what he was doing on Kane.
Yeah, 4-0-0, just like good job for him. And then we see the engage happen, and the stun actually goes onto the Draven, where he gets knocked up, and then Yasuo ultied. He's going to be dying to a Rams as Yasuo. Here comes the engage from the Pike, but it's not going to be enough damage as the ultimate does not execute. That's the word I was looking for. See if they can grab the Kane. That would be really nice. You actually TPing down here. I was like, I'm going to take everything topside. Hopefully my bot lane doesn't die.
Yeah, I thought for sure we were gonna get at least a double kill there, and so I was very disappointed in that because I didn't want to teleport down and leave you in top lane, but that's just how it worked out.
The main call for me was like, do not engage on these guys, do not fight. If they do not fight, like if they don't get any kills, we're winning so hard in towers right now.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we get like the second turret plate really close and like low there. Pike kills my maiden with Draven, and I was very sad about it, but What can you do? But
Yeah,
now,
my gosh, just keeps eating those stuns and takes all that damage on Oriana. Like, Lightning has a good Annie here in this game. Just keeps hurting real bad.
yeah, I really like how he performs on Annie. He does a really good job with it and does a lot of damage as well. It's really good for like bursty mages. They control mages and burst mages are like probably his best suit. We put him in a couple of tanks before too, and he does work well with them. But like that's usually when I'm playing like an AP top laner.
And right here, if Yasuo did not put
wow.
down that wind wall,
That
the wind
Oriana,
wall saves him.
yeah, that was
Without
a crazy
that wind,
performance.
without that wind wall, you guys probably lose Yasuo. You probably lose another person, and we probably just have a standoff at Dragon, and nobody gets it here. So
Yeah,
that wind wall
sure.
was the key reason why you guys were able to kill all of us and take the dragon. Honestly, for me personally, after that play and you guys got dragon, I kind of was like, oh, this game's probably over after that. That's probably the play of the game that like turns things around for you guys. That's probably where things are going after that.
I always scream and I was like, "Oh my god, he's cracked! He's cracked!" Because
Like,
yeah,
I wasn't-
definitely. If he died
Like,
there, the
I-
game could have been broken for either side.
Yeah, I wasn't tilted and I wasn't like, oh, all is lost. Like, I was able to recognize what a big play that was and just like, oh man, like we're not the ones that made the big play. They're the ones that made the big play.
Yeah,
And so, like
that's the coin flip champion right there, you know. Like it works, and then like if it comes out on niche and top, like he just pulls it off. Like he just like in those very niche circumstances, you'll be able to make something work with it.
Yeah.
And then business as usual top side. Just gonna keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
And then it looks like a Apache gets caught there with the Sejuani going in, getting that nice ulti down onto the pike. Gonna keep pushing forward. I think you were gonna die here actually.
Yeah, because you flash on me.
Yeah, flash Q. Gets me that kill there. So we do see Quacks in the bot lane is going to be going on to Aoka's Nami. They do fall. But I'm just going to keep pressing, guys. Like, if no one stops me topside, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then I think I actually break the base here at 16 minutes. Yeah, I do. Yasuo breaking the Draven damage, putting the wind wall up there. And at this point, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm a monster. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain. Just like
Are we the baddies?
Are we the bad guys here? And I'm just like being just like, how many people can I bring top? That's like that's my mental. I'm like, how many people can I bring to me and then I walk away from? And he's gonna get Tibbers back. Annie has been really good this game. I didn't get a chance to really watch it, but it was just constantly doing DPS. It was getting the plays that it needed to, and it was really shutting down Lagos's Oriana, which is nice.
Yeah, like you look at the CS difference between Annie and Oriana, and that tells the story of how the entire laning phase went for both of them.
Mm-hmm. I know I come mid here. I was like, I know there's a bunch of people here, and I kind of just want the gold, so I came there for the tower specifically, and then walked away.
Yeah, you know, as one does.
Yeah.
As you do.
As you do as a York.
I was actually really hoping that Yasuo would stay when I showed up and just like, you know, come on, Yasuo, let's fight. And he did not want to.
No, he was not on board.
He didn't want to. Yeah. So unlike game 1 and 2, you know, we actually had an exchange of gold leads in this game where it was Imagine Ocean out front early, and then Chicken Riders clawing back, and now they have the gold lead. And the first game in the entire series that's a seesaw for both teams is the one that matters the most.
Yeah, I definitely believe both teams learned and kind of had to adapt different play styles. Like this time, we don't have all the Exodia pieces, but we do have a really good team comp, and because of the bot lane Dragon there and how well
Yeah.
Lightning's been playing, it was just working. And so in the first half, it was rough though because Quacks was just on everyone's like case and just like getting the successful gank after successful gank.
Yeah, definitely. And I can tell you this much. Had this been a 5-game series instead of a 3-game series, going into a game 4 situation, we would have finally pulled the trigger on banning Yorick in a 4th game.
Every time I was like, if they're going to let me have it, I'm going to keep doing it. Yeah. I'll do it again.
I just finally got sick of it after this 3rd game, and I was like, man, I wish we were doing a 5-game series because I would have loved to have had a top lane matchup against anyone else just to like have something different, you know?
That's fair. Lightning getting caught up here is going to get caught out. You are in for the exchange, and now they're going to have to disengage because now the numbers advantages are different. But I was going top lane again, and I was just like, all right, that's fine. Keep them battling. They're all going to rotate to me, and then you take Dragon. And so that was the call here. I was like, they're going to need like multiple people to stop me. If they all show up, then just kind of hold off Dragon, don't fight them, and bait them away from it. And then so Orianna comes up topside. They get good engage onto really Draven. And so they're going to be getting that one popped off. They're going to take him down. The Kane is going to try and go in, get them extra health, try and see if he can sustain a little bit too long. I'm keeping 2 people topside on me. And then...
oh my god.
Wow. The Immortal Shield Bow saving Yasuo there, coming out in clutch. If he didn't get one more auto, it might have been a different story, but Pyke not being able to land that execute ulti because of the ultimate shield, Immortal Shield Bow feels bad.
It is a very feels bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this moment in comms for us, I was like, all right, we got them in the chokehold. All right, we're looking really good right now. Let's just keep up this pressure and keep what we're doing. And we'll slowly get this victory. We're on Soul Point. We're pretty happy where we're standing.
Yeah. And I mean, out of all 3 of the games, this is the one game where I would say draft played the smallest role in determining how this game would go.
Oh, yeah.
You know, both teams had good drafts in game 1 and 2 that led them to winning game 1 or game 2. Because they, you focused on your comp game 1, you won. We focused on our comp for game 2, and we won. But in this game, it was mostly about the macro and the shot calling, because both of our drafts were we kind of had weird pieces in both of the drafts, and it was like, well, if we're able to play this well, yeah, we win. But like the same could be said about them, and we could have drafted something else, but so could they.
Yeah. It was like a 50-50 card draw. It's like whoever's going to play out this properly is going to be is going to take the lead here. And so Sejuani is going to get spotted, but is getting some nice wards onto Baron. I'm just going to keep pushing topside. I was like, I'm going to keep this wave as big as possible. Yeah. I know I cracked the base relatively early there, and so yeah, I'm doing a lot of damage to Draven. I was like, all right, I'm feeling real confident, just 2v1ing their top side. And then Aram's actually doing a good 1v1 against you.
I was so surprised that I did no damage to Aramza after I came out of the knockout. I was like, are you serious? I did no damage after that? How's that possible?
Yeah.
But again, that was the shield bow coming in there to save him. I almost wish that for this game, for game 3, we had just done a gentleman's agreement, like, we're not banning anything, you're not banning anything, we're all just going to pick whatever we want, and it's going to be both teams at our best.
Yeah. I think I disagree. I'm like, I'm not giving Quacks anything here. I don't want it. I'm not gonna give Legos his Anivia. I don't want to see that.
We weren't even going to pick Anivia, so we're like,
Really? Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah. We assumed that the Anivia ban was because like Anivia's wave clear and zone control would have stopped your split push in like the first 2 games. That's what our assumption was for why the Anivia was getting banned.
It's that, but mainly because when we looked at Legos's like matches history and like all he's played on champions, it was like mainly Anivia, and I was like, all right, we just take it away from him, and then he's put on like a weird, uncomfortable pick.
Yeah, no, like we wanted Lux. In game 1 we wanted Lux. Game 2 he wanted Cassidon, so we went with it. Like we had no intention of playing Anivia.
Yeah, and like that's the same thing that like we had the same mentality for the Samira ban as well. We're just like, yeah, we're not gonna give Nick his Samira. We don't want to see it. So yeah, now we're just running the comp as it's supposed to be run, and we're slowly getting objectives. You do end up, not actually killing Lightning there. As Ioka has a nice heal and a good knockup's gonna take that. You are going to take the life of a Ramza, but like the base is slowly in shambles as we are going to push down mid lane, push down top side. And every time you leave a lane, you're going to have to answer to me where I'm just like taking towers. No one's stopping. Yeah. I'm just like, yeah. My Maiden's being caught out, just running in at the team. Getting as many turrets as possible. I think I almost killed Kane there because I landed my E on him. Like, it's time for me to walk away.
And the stupid cage.
The cage. That cage has saved me many of times.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even though the scoreline says I've only gotten 1 kill, I still feel like I've had a huge impact in the top side. Just like kind of just bringing people top side here.
Yeah, no, like the KDA does not always tell the whole story, and this is one of those very specific examples.
Yeah. So Dragon's coming up. The call here is everyone kind of like reset, get ready, because we're going to grab Soul and look for an end game scenario. I'm going to push down their turrets here, so if they leave base, I'm just going to take all of that. And the Rams are going to go onto the Orianna, actually. He's going to pick her up, going to get the ulti off of, is going to die slowly after that. Nami has to go back, and I'm back in the base once more, top side. Going to be pushing that one in. So I get that, and now Sejuani's on the Dragon. I was like, all right, I got 3 of them here. Chicken, do your thing. So... And that's like
and
my
even though you know, we have the inhibitors down here, we got supers pushing into our base. Because it's early enough in the game, we know that it's not all bad because we're getting funneled super minion gold. And, you know, that's more gold in our pockets as long as like we're able to clear them.
Yeah.
So
you're getting a lot of experience off of this and almost getting like comeback potential because we're pushing in so early and so hard. But we end up getting the soul. And now we're all Mel fights, and we're like, all right, nothing's going to be able to 100 to 0 us. And the main focus is like, that Draven's not going to be able to 100 to 0 us again. So we're slowly but surely trying to bring our way in, trying to find the way to take home the cup. I built more... side lane items there. I built actually a Bramble Vest in some of these matches just because like your healing's really annoying and Kane's healing's really annoying. So I was like, I'm just gonna build some anti-healing. Should be fine. So my team's on Baron now.
Yep. And we can't even try to contest it because we have to huddle in the base so hard. You know?
I don't think you guys can leave, especially if I'm just like showing my picture on the board.
Yeah, we can't really leave at all.
Yeah. Like the damage that York produces is just like insane. Maiden's gonna fall here, and I'm like, oh no. Lightning's in the bot lane, gonna be picking up that kill onto Orianna. Legos does fall. They are picking up more inhibitors, more towers, and I was like, okay, now that we got Baron, let's walk it in, take it nice and slow.
Yeah.
And then I think that's exactly what we do. Yeah. Grab the
Yeah.
one
Baron
turret
plus
here.
the numbers advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, so Chicken Riders are now going on onto the base. Super Minions are collapsing in. There's not much else that we can do here, so we're just going to keep this going. And then the Demacian champions are going to be the Chicken Riders.
And one of the main things to point out, though, that led you to be able to pull that off in the third game, aside from the really good split pushing job that you did top lane to constantly distract us, the mid lane and bot lane CS difference was just insane. You know, Annie had 218 CS to Oriana's 131. So the damage that Annie was able to pump out versus Oriana was massive. And then Yasuo went 11-3-2 and also had 240 CS versus our 1-4-7 Draven that had 179 CS, being 70 CS down as well. Like, even with the late game insurance policy that was Kale, it was not enough at 28 and a half minutes.
Yeah, that's a main thing to really look out for. If this game went out longer, if any of those team fights went anywhere in your favor, this could have been an entirely different scenario.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very good, impressive showing by you guys, but you know, game number 2, I would say, was an impressive showing by Imagine Ocean, and I feel like if this was a 5-game series, it would have gone to all 5 games. And game 4 especially, we would have seen a very different team comps by both teams, just because I know us personally, we would have banned Yorick for sure, and we probably would have kept the Tristana ban as well. So we would have really forced you guys onto like doing something different for the 4th game. And yeah. So
Yeah, a best of 5 would have definitely gone to Silver Scrapes. That's for sure. But this is going to be our last game for the day. Thank you for coming out, Scatter, and casting this game with me. It was a lot of fun casting with the opposing team on this and watching our matches together.
I mean, who is gonna know? Who is gonna know your team better than my team at that point of the season, and who's gonna know us better than our opponents at that point in the season to cast a game?
This is
right?
true.
Like,
yeah,
you know.
That's true. Yes. But with that being said, thank you, Seal community, for coming out. Hope to see you guys soon. We still got a couple more finals coming your way, a couple more matches to be played, and we will be signing off for now. I'm the Dragon Rider. Joining here with me is Scatter. Any final remarks, Scatter?
You know, I just want to say that like this was a very fun season for us. I hope that it was a very fun season for you guys. I hope that it was a fun season for everybody. Regardless of what division you played in, regardless of, you know, how well or poorly your team did, I hope you had fun. Because I as fun as this season was, I think this was the most fun I have had in a season, and I'm hoping that next season is even better. So I hope that that's how it is for everybody. I just wanted, you know, if you're coming back, hope it's awesome. If you're not coming back, I hope you do in the future, because yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, really well said. Now we're going to be signing off. I'll talk to you guys later.